Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another daily scuttlebutt with Ivey's Family Factotum. I'm Anson. Out here walking around this morning. I just felt like, hey, let's go ahead and do the scuttlebutt while we're out here. I actually just got out of bed. It's about 10 o'clock. Okay, yesterday I only had about 2 hours of sleep, and then today I didn't really have a whole restful good sleep because we ran out of propane on the RV, and obviously the heat went out, so I only use like a really thin blanket, otherwise I overheat. But whenever it's cold, it doesn't do anything. So I ended up having to get up. I had one propane tank left that I could take from the grill, so that's what I did. And then but Gladys and Dad were outside, and I'd already heard, because I was already awake, because obviously, the kiddo's not very quiet and such. I hear Mom saying, "Shh, be quiet, Dad's sleeping." Well, no, I'm just laying there. But then obviously when Mom and Dad come in, I already know basically what time it is, because they always come over to the RV around the same time for breakfast, brunch, whatever. So, but I heard a chainsaw going, and they're like, "Hey, hurry up, come to the front of the property, because had someone cutting down our tree." And I was like, "Hey, hurry up and get up here and figure out, what are they doing? They're on our property cutting down stuff." Well, there's only one set of people that's authorized to come onto the property without our prior knowledge and just start doing stuff like that, and that's for the power line. And I already knew at some point that they would be coming back this year to finish cutting down like a couple different trees, because that was one that they never had finished. They limbed it up and cut down majority of it, and then there was another tree over here that never got cut either, and that they were supposed to come back. There's actually a few trees up by the RV that I had also asked for them to cut, and they never did. But I think Mom and Dad had talked to them and said that, hey, they go talk to their boss and just see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, they came up here and trimmed out some of this stuff. Because you have your guy wires that come down. So that was a big tree that was right there up against the wire. And so they went ahead and cleared that out. And they asked, if they wanted us to clean any of this stuff up, because they just throw it into a wood chipper and take off with it. And we're like, no, we're good. We're fine to do that stuff ourselves, because a lot of the cedar, or encino, we would like to keep for ourselves. Apologize if it gets a little windy. Obviously, I'm out here with my phone, and this phone does not have any type of headphone jack, so I can't utilize the microphones, because those microphones that I got, they plug into a jack. Plus I didn't have my holder or nothing, so I'm just trying to hold the phone with my hands. So it's gonna be a little sorry. going round and round. You can see up here too, this is one of the things. So that water that comes through right here, Well, we need to be able to drive through there, so that's why we got that. That's going to be installed there to allow us to drive through there. But I'm going to go ahead and head back over to the RV. I just wanted to come up and look. I mean, they had already told me what happened, because obviously I was still in my sleeping trunks, so I had to get up, get dressed, use the restroom, do all those things that you do before you head out for the day. And by the time I was dressed, which only takes a couple minutes, but by the time I got done with all that, they were already walking back up here, because it doesn't take that long to cut down those 2 trees and have a little chit chat. So yep. So now we got cleaned those up a little bit, move stuff around. Obviously there's a lot of stuff up here in the front, that still just needs to be cleaned up, organized, and things. That just hasn't been a very high priority on my list anyway. I'm trying to get this septic thing taken care of, septic tank, and then I'm trying to think. Oh, the hot water heater in the RV went out last night or yesterday. I know it's something electrical. I do not have the equipment yet, so I'm gonna have to go to the store to get the things that I need to be able to check fuses and just stuff. I mean, I know some of those fuses you can look at them physically and see if they're busted, but these, it's hard to see through the body of the fuse, so you need to have a multimeter, and the one that I have is busted. I tried replacing the fuses in it, trying to get it to work, because I don't know if it got overloaded or something at some point using it, or I don't know what happened, but it doesn't work anymore either. So now I need a new multimeter, because the refrigerator, so this RV has been a lemon since we've had it. So first was the water pump that went out, the internal water pump. So now the fresh water tank just sits full. We can't use it because all the water we get just comes straight from the well. The refrigerator then went out. We've had issues with the air conditioning. Air conditioning on this unit has actually been replaced, because we were able to take that to the dealer to get that fixed, before we started living in it full time. And then we've had issues with the tanks. I need to get underneath there right now to figure out what's going on, because right now we're leaking black water into the underbelly of the RV from the front tank. So I'm pretty sure that was due to the cold event. Even though we have that plastic wrapped around, it just got so cold, and with having all of the sewage lines being frozen and backing up into that, and all those tanks being full without a way to dump them, it froze the tank, and I have a feeling that it cracked it and broke it. So that's not necessarily on the RV. That's more an issue on me, right, for leaving a valve open. And then hot water heater. Now the hot water heater's out, and then also dealing with all the issues in the sewage tank. So I've been looking stuff up. We're sitting at about $5,000 worth of materials that we have to get. Well, that's $5,000 of funding we ain't got. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it a little bit at a time, I guess. But oh well, I'll get in here. I'll get some coffee. I haven't had any coffee yet. Get me a bowl of cereal and get on with my day. Going playing with poop. So hope you guys enjoy the journey. Give us that thumbs up, share us out, help us grow. It's greatly appreciated. And last but not least, always thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. See you on the next one. Later, y'all.